The seventh chrysolite. This stone resembles in its color gold, refulgent with flaming fire, and this latter is more apt to show itself by night than by day. It symbolized the ardent love which Mary entertains for the church militant, its ministers, and for the law of grace in particular. This love shone forth more especially during the night of the death of her most holy Son, also during the time when in the beginnings of the evangelical law she held the office of teacher, and when she prayed so ardently for the establishment of the church and its sacraments. In those times, as will be said in its place, she cooperated by her most burning love toward the salvation of the whole human race. She alone knew and appreciated the value of the most holy law of her Son. With this love, she was prepared and endowed from the moment of her conception in order to be the coadjutrix of Christ our Lord. This includes the prerogative of being able to obtain for those that invoke her the grace of a good disposition toward the fruitful reception of the sacraments of the Holy Church, and of clearing away obstacles that prevent their full effects. The eighth beryl. This stone is of a green and yellow color, but the green predominates, having a great resemblance to olive and being of resplendent brilliancy. It represents the singular faith and hope given to Mary in her conception, enabling her to understand and execute arduous and sublime works, such as she, in reality, accomplished for the glory of her Creator. In virtue of this gift of unfailing assistance of the Lord, was conferred upon her the power to endow her servants with fortitude and patience in the tribulations and difficulties of their undertakings. The ninth topaz. This stone is transparent and of a mulberry color, much prized and esteemed. It represents the most honorable virginity of Mary, our mistress, and her mothership in regard to the incarnate Word. Moreover, during her whole life, these two prerogatives were held by her as of inestimable value and worthy of the most humble thanks. At the instant of her conception, she asked the Most High for the virtue of chastity, and she promised the observance of it during the rest of her earthly life. She was aware that it was conceded to her in a degree far above her vows and desires. Not only that, but she knew that the Lord had made her the teacher and the guide of all the virgins and lovers of chastity, and that through her intercession she could obtain these virtues and perseverance in them for all her devotees. The 10th chrysoprase, the color of which is green with touches of gold. It signified the most firm hope planted in the heart of the most holy Mary at her conception, and the love with which it was impregnated and embellished. Hope lived inextinguishably in the bosom of our Queen, as was befitting for her who was to communicate similar quality to the rest of mankind. The firmness of her confidence was founded in the stability of her high and generous nature during all the labors and exercises of her most holy life, and especially in the passion and death of her most holy Son. At the same time, with this virtue, the power of efficacious mediation was given her, so that she might obtain the same firmness of hope for her clients.